Ja, nichtsdestotrotz schon ganz gut ausgesehen. Ja. Wir müssen es ja.
Pfizer is quite a complicated vaccine to handle. It has to be stored at minus 80 degrees Celsius. One of the shipping companies which handles the logistics for the vaccine globally is DHL Express, which is also the company that made the delivery to Thailand today. The managing director at DHL Express Thailand and head of Indochina, Herbert Wong Pusanachai, told Thai PBS World that each kind of vaccines has its own requirement. And what is required for Pfizer vaccine led to a specially designed box which can maintain the temperature at minus 80 degrees Celsius with dry ice, equipped with GPS technology and accelerometer. The box communicates directly with the control tower, which communicates with Pfizer. This is to ensure that if there is anything the courier needs to do on the way, they can prepare to be done at the next stop.
It communicates directly with a control tower that communicates with Pfizer. And in this case, it reports its own status, whether it's temperature, where it is in the world, and our customer is able to inform us if there's any special thing that we need to do.
Herbert said that Pfizer is not the only vaccine they have been delivering. The batch Thailand received today is among over 550 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine delivered in 147 countries around the world. He said DHL has a team of 9,000 specialists that handles the logistics of medical and healthcare devices.
Each vaccine or each drug or each kind of medical supplies have their own challenges that is required by the manufacturer. So in this case, a minus 80 degrees Celsius requires that actually the regulatory bodies of FAA, who manages the standards that are used in cargo aircrafts, have to increase the amount of dry ice allowed on an aircraft because we need to transport a lot of these vaccines around the world.
The Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, is the largest transportation agency in the U.S. government, and it regulates all aspects of civil aviation in the country, as well as over surrounding international waters. They are not the only ones that are flexible in this time of world crisis. Herbert said that the governments around the world have been highly flexible and cooperative. He believes this is because everyone realizes that vaccines are a major factor in the drive to help mankind beat this pandemic. Vaccines and other medical supplies are among goods that are seeing a higher logistic volume. The category that actually sees the highest demand of shipping services is electronic goods, spare parts, semiconductors, chips, microphones, and speakers. Herbert said that this is because people are working from home and they need all these tools.
So all these equipment needs to be produced and transported from wherever it's manufactured or assembled. All these spare parts, electronic goods, semiconductors, chips, and sensors, and microphones, and speakers, all have to be distributed. This has created a crunch in space, and there's limited space on each aircraft, and the number of aircraft is even limited because of less passenger flights. And it's a global supply chain issue.
One thing he believes that it is here to stay, even after the pandemic, is the consumer expectation. The pandemic works as an accelerator for what needs to be changed anyway. Without the pandemic, the infrastructure, the IT infrastructure, the technology, although available, will not be widely used in people's homes such as now. The major factor are millennials, who has been growing up with the online experience. Now that they have entered the workforce, they have expectations in terms of what they feel the user experience should be.
They expect that the integration from online to offline, which is to the logistics companies, to inventory, to warehousing, all of this should be done online. The whole user experience in the business world is now mimicking the consumer world. So that changes our technology. We have to integrate with all the e-commerce platforms. We have to make businesses act like e-commerce platforms now. So a lot of this is a continuation. It got accelerated with COVID, and I think because it was accelerated, it is here to stay. And in what way, shape, or form remains to be seen.
Tulip Naksompop Blauw reporting for Thai PBS World.
Edward 74 april 2021.